Just as a note, I am reading off of a document, so if you see me look up, that's why. But here we go. This is the first video of my series called SubiFae, Behind the Microphone. Hi, my name is Subi, or as all of you know, SubiFae. I've grown up and lived my entire life on the eastern side of the United States. Growing up, I was a very different person from everyone around me, and sometimes it was painfully obvious. A younger sibling in one household and a middle child in another. Growing up, I felt like it was my duty to be the strong and silent sibling who viewed weakness as a fault, and anyone who messed with my siblings was going to feel my wrath. But in reality, I needed that fight for myself. I've always been drawn to music. Whether it be the physical act of performing music, either vocally or via instrument, or just listening. Music has always played an important role in my life, only for me to find out later in life that it actually was a great tool of mine to help me therapeutically. As a teen and young adult, I expressed interest in auditioning for shows like American Idol, since that was the program we regularly would watch on TV. And actually, the season when Kelly Clarkson won, aka the first season of American Idol ever, was actually my very first concert that I ever went to, and it was actually really cool. But to my dismay, I would receive comments like, you'd be too afraid to perform in front of people, and you'd mess up, and you'd never do anything ever again, or you don't want to sing in front of people, you can't do that, or, so ultimately I would talk myself down. This happened with several of the things that I set my mind to, but ultimately they all had the same fate. Why has everything changed now that I'm 31 years old? Well, exactly that. Unfortunately, it took me until the age of 28 to realize that living for the approval of other people isn't really the way to live. I was slowly killing myself, and so that others would approve of me for what? For them to still disapprove of me, for something that I'm doing in my life, and just never be enough. Yeah, screw that. I finally woke up and I realized I was and had been doing things wrong for a long time. Music has always just been healing for me. Those young teenage years when I felt completely alone and isolated, I would blast my music and no longer be alone. The endless nights where my insomnia grasped me, I would pop in my earbuds and listen to Metallica's And Justice for All album. That's why I have it tattooed on me. It would lull me to sleep with its intricate instrumentals, especially the song Orion. Even as far back as being a child in my very first house growing up in, I can remember on stormy, scary nights, my mom playing a Beethoven CD and my Hello Kitty player to help me calm down. I honestly think growing up around parents who liked various amounts of mixed music helped me appreciate a wide array of genres. My dad, he listened to musicians like INXS, No Doubt, Oingo Boingo, and basically anything you'd hear on the typical soft rock channel on your radio. But then my mom, who loves music that has a poppy beat, she loves jazz and also country and relaxing instrumentals. While in junior high and high school, I participated in choir. Singing always felt like my safe space, no matter what was going on in my personal life. I felt like choir was just my home. The only instrument that I did in school was the flute in 8th grade, and I didn't really connect with it. Otherwise, my mom had my sister and I take piano lessons outside of school, along with some vocal lessons. Piano I took to very quickly, but unfortunately, I chose not to keep up with it. Honestly, when I have talked through my experiences with everything that revolved around my piano playing, it kind of makes sense that I stopped playing due to traumatic reasonings, but that's another story, another video. But here is the end. I do thank you guys for taking the time to listen to the prelude of my inspired series. I hope this gives you a better understanding or like a start of an understanding to who I am as this creative creature, and a better understanding to my creative process and just how I view the world as a person. I really appreciate you being here, and thank you for just taking the time. Until next time, guys.